Hello, and welcome to another episode of Just Jordan Things, where today we're going to be decorating for... excuse me, Daisy. Christmas. This isn't going to be just any Christmas decorating video, though. It's going to be a Ralph Lauren Christmas decorating video because we recently went thrifting to find some pieces. Okay, cool, let's go to the car quick. I feel like this definitely fits the vibe of what we're looking for, and this will look amazing on my bookshelf thing that fit in with the Ralph Lauren decor. We're going to be using those today to decorate my house and transform it into the Ralph Lauren Christmas of my dreams. We're going to be using a mix of old Christmas decorations that I've had and thrifted in the past, the new thrifted decorations that I just got, and some brand new things that I may or may not have ordered, including this stupid garland that's been going around on TikTok that finally caught my eye. There was a coupon, okay? With that being said, let's get started. On the first area, the window, which is the most prominent area because this is where the tree is eventually gonna go. We'll get the tree in like a week or so, but for now we gotta set up the space because if you can see, there's a lot of chairs in the way and this thing and all that's gotta move. Bless you. So let's move some shit to the garage. Sorry, Dozer. Easy peasy. This is, hey, did I say you could go outside, ma'am? Get inside, thank you. Excuse you, Dozer. Oh boy. Looks like a cat tree might be on the Christmas list for Dozer. Santa, are you listening? By the way, Santa is just the brand Happy Polly. That's where we got this cat tree. They're the only ones that make a cat tree big enough for his fat butt. You're just big boned, honey. All right. I think it's time for a new scratching post back here. The pet hair. We vacuum on a daily basis and there's still just clumps of pet hair everywhere. All right, that was step one. Now, step two, curtains, they gotta go. Blue, way too summery. We bought new window treatments specifically for Christmas so we can switch them out for the fall and then switch them back when it starts to warm up again. Let's take a quick rewind and talk about what are the elements of a Ralph Lauren Christmas that make it so Ralph Lauren-y? That's not a word. And my For You page on TikTok has been littered with all of these aesthetic Ralph Lauren type vibes. Well, I've been doing a lot of research and I'm sure there's a lot of articles and opinions out there, but from what I understand, it is the hues to which you're using. So using the darker hues of blues, reds, greens, the pattern, the tartan print, and the texture, velvet. Those three elements combined make Ralph Lauren Christmas. I guess. That's what I'm going with. We'll see what it looks like at the end. There's not a lot of gimmicky things that separates 90s nostalgic Christmas from Ralph Lauren Christmas because I've seen a lot of overlap between those two as well. But it's 90s nostalgic Christmas without the characters. Oh gosh. Whoops, we're fine. So we got a light chocolatey brown velvet curtain to go in the front. Come on, curtain. And then for the back curtain, I couldn't help myself because they have snowflake lace curtains. It doesn't actually snow here, so I figured this would be a good way to make it seem a little more wintry. Oh. All right, and with one side done, it's already starting to look more Christmassy in here. This definitely warms up the room. Now I'll be right back. I'm gonna go do the other side. Now that we've got the curtains up, we're going to move the chair a little bit over that way. I think we're just gonna have to, I have the hiccups. We're gonna move the chair just a little bit over here so we can make room for a tree. Why do I have the hiccups? This chair is heavy. Okay, good enough for right this second. And now we put up the garland. I'm gonna go drink some water. I'm already liking the way that this looks up here. This is 2 of the 6-foot garlands and most of them you see them doubled up, but I feel like this is enough. It's kind of peeking out over here. We'll add some lights on later, but this is what we're going with for now. I have these garland hooks that I got off of Amazon that basically just kind of like loop around the stem and then lock into place, and they're a sticky, which makes it really easy to take on and off. We're just gonna come over here and voila. We have garland. Oh, it's too loose. We need to pull this tauter and hide this. Okay, now the next elements that we're adding are velvet and ribbon and pine cones. Apparently pine cones and cranberries are the thing to add to your garland, not baubles. These are the pine cones that smell like cinnamon, so it's a dual purpose. It adds freshness into your home while it's bringing in decor. And this is the yarn chain that I started last year out of velvet colors, which ironically fit the theme that I was going for this year without even knowing it. I think I'm going to put this around the Christmas tree though as a garland. I don't think I'm going to add it to that right now. And then we need to figure out where we're going to put velvet bows everywhere, essentially. I think I'm going to wrap my pictures with wrapping paper and then put a velvet bow on top of them to tie everything in. I'll bring you in closer so you can see what the pine cones look like as we're stacking them in here. It's actually really easy to just kind of twirl them around the fibers of this garland. So I'm not tying them in with fishing wire like I usually would do. I feel like they're just gonna stay like this, but I'm gonna add a couple more in and then we'll see the final product. All right, this is what it looks like so far without lights and without the tree in front. I think this is enough because the tree is going to be a lot once it's got the lights and the ornaments and everything around it. So it looks bare now, but it will get better. So let's move on to the next piece that we're going to decorate, my bookshelf. This bookshelf is already kind of giving the studious vibes that we're going for, but if you're unfamiliar with who I am, I love books and I love decorating with books, and something about Christmas books just makes things so much more cheery. And it's definitely not Christmas without the Norman Rockwell Christmas books. And I feel like these are very in line with the vibe that we're going for. Our Halloween decorations are still up, of course, because now I do want them accessible so that I can grab them and read them. So I think we're going to switch out this pile and this pile. We should wipe down the shelf. We live in Southern California, so basically by the time that you're done wiping down a shelf, you have to wipe it down again because dust accumulates immediately. We're gonna switch out our candles as well because we have all of our Christmas scents coming. Tucked back here, I actually have the Pura home diffuser, and I absolutely love this thing. It helps our home not smell like dog and baby poop. It's on a timer, so I don't have to remember to turn it on like my wax melter, and it disperses the fragrance sparingly, so it lasts for a whole month. Definitely something to check out. I think I have an affiliate code. I'm gonna link it down in the description for you if you're interested. But the scents smell incredible, and it switches back and forth between two, so you don't get used to one and you become smell blind to it, essentially. Christmas. So we've got both of our Norman Rockwell books. Ooh. All right, where were we? It's a new day because I had to go deal with baby, but baby's down for a nap. We're gonna finish decorating the shelf and then we're gonna go over to our stairway. I think up here, we're going to put the bowl that we thrifted with some of the baubles in it and more pine cones. We're gonna swap out this vase with this one. And then here are some of the red baubles that we thrifted. I think they are technically ornaments, and we're not going to use this glittery red star. We're just gonna use these two like dark cranberry looking ones, but I think they'll look really good just tied in there with the pine cones. And then to get the height that we're missing from the flowers before, we're going to put that antique clock look that we got. This one right here. I feel like this just perfectly ties in what we're looking to do with this vase. Do I dare try to put a battery in here? No, it's corroded. We're not dealing with that today. We will set it to midnight though, because that's when Santa comes. Perfect. Great. I did find this deer at TJ Maxx and I love him. He fits perfectly with the decor that we're looking for. Where'd you go? And of course, we're just gonna throw some pine cones throughout to tie in the look. The infamous Halloween countdown clock is going to go in the garage until New Year's. We do have some things on this shelf that are purposeful, so we do kind of have to work around them, but these stacked books are kind of my favorite way to tie in Christmas into functional. Ghost duck. Ghost duck definitely doesn't need to be out here. All right, I feel like this is a good stopping point for now. We can always add little things here and there later, but I really like what this looks like now, and maybe someday I will find a vintage Charles Dickens to replace some of my other vintage books here to tie in the theme of what we're going for, but so far so good. This is good for now until next year. Now let's go work on the railing. All right, and here it is done. I really like the way this garland looks compared to the old garland that I had. My garland was 10 years old and was the one that you have to kind of like fluff each and every time. And I just like the way that this falls and the color of it, the hue, all of it. It's great, I love it. We added some lights in here, but I don't have the cord to run it all the way down yet. So you're just gonna have to picture it with lights for now. But this is also where we put our stockings every year. And I think I'm going to tie them up with the red velvet bows. We'll see how that looks. And I know our stockings don't really fit the vibe of the Ralph Lauren Christmas, but they're handmade, so we can make an exception. Daisy and Dozers, however, do fit the vibe very well, and they are made from a cute little Etsy shop, which I will link down below. And I have to figure out the spacing this year because we have one more stocking that we're going to have to put on our railing, which is a current work in progress. We'll see if it gets done by Christmas. Because as you can see, there is a lot more to do. I think he'll be okay. He won't actually know if he doesn't have a stocking this year. Next year, important though. Voila. Now for my absolute favorite part of any holiday decor, the banister. I love putting things up and down the steps. As you can see, we still have our pumpkin trail leading up the staircase that we need to now compost and replace it with our winter forest. Okay, so I'm definitely missing a lot of trees, but you can get the concept of what we're going for here. And I'm pretty sure they're in the box with all the ornaments, which we're not getting out until we get a tree. So you're just gonna have to imagine what a tree forest looks like here up the stairs. It's pretty, I promise. And lastly, we're going to move to the couch, and I'll show you how the 2 throw blankets that I thrifted fit in with this decor and the cushions that I bought for the couch. Okay, our couch looks a little messy right now, so let's clean that up and change the pillowcases, which I thought were suede. Apparently they're not suede, but we're gonna keep the white fluffy ones, change out the lighter blue to the darker blue, and see how that ties it in with the 2 red and blue prints. I think I ordered the wrong size pillowcases. Okay, we're gonna have to imagine it when I return these and order the correct ones that are suede this time. I'm still not convinced. Also, now I'm questioning everything. Should I put the garland in front of the curtain or behind the curtain? Let me know which one looks better. And there you have it. That's my Ralph Lauren home decorating for Christmas. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe, and maybe suggest the next thing that I should add to this decor for next year, because every year I add a couple different pieces to build onto my collection. And this year it was the garland and the curtains, but there's definitely so much more that we can do in this room and with this space. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and I will see you next time.